A. All right, so I kind of had this video idea for a couple days now, and yeah, I know it's very cliche and generic. Everyone's done one of these before, but you know, it's free content, right? It's another video idea, so why not make the video? Also, whenever I'm like talking and there's not really much going on, like on screen, there's no like characters or anything to show. When it's just me talking, I'm gonna have this little like chibi video in the corner. I mean, it just looks great. So, I mean, I guess that's a little indicator that none much is really going on screen, at least. So, but yeah, originally was gonna make this a top 12, but it's already hard enough doing a top 10 because only like my top what, 3 or 4 maybe are like guaranteed. I know for sure. Everything else is kind of like, I mean, I don't know. Like, these are my top 10 favorite characters, but the placings past like 5 are kind of weird. Well, not even like a lot of these. I can't even think of top 10 for like my absolute favorite. It's kind of hard. But anyway, I'm talking too much. Let's actually get into the video now. Alright, at number 10, we have Melia. Alright, I've always loved Melia. When I first, saw her in Xenoblade 1, at first I kind of stepped on her and thought she was a weird character because I didn't know how to play her. I didn't know how the elemental summons and everything worked. So it just kind of like put her to the side. But then after, I learned more about Xenoblade and more about Melia and how to use her, she easily became my favorite character. And now, I don't think I've ever used any character other than Melia since, I started using her. So it's been a long ass time. And, Melia, her life is tough, alright? She's gone through a lot of hardships. And no, it's not because of the whole Shulk Fiora thing. Disregard that, alright? That's not important. First she watched her father die right in front of her eyes. Alright? And then she has the whole weight of, the entirety of the High Antia on her back. She became the Empress before she was even ready. And then while she was going through her training or whatever in the High Antia tomb for it, she was damn near assassinated. Alright? And then she had to watch her brother Callion die in front of her. So, but Melia just gone through a lot, and I feel bad for her, alright? Melia's gone through a lot, and, she deserves respect, because, goddamn, I would never be able to go through everything that she did. But yeah, Melia is an incredible character, and she's definitely my favorite character from Xenoblade 1, and unfortunately for some of y'all, she's the only Xenoblade 1 character on this list, so I mean, hey, that's just how it turned out, alright? At number 9, this may seem like a weird one, but it's Manana, alright? Manana is my favorite Napon, and yeah, you may say, oh, Manana, why? She doesn't really have anything going for her. She was just kind of like a side character in Xenoblade 3, and that's really about it. Which may be true, but I love her little banter with the party, and she's always so like happy and joyful and just bouncing around. She's so adorable. And then, her and Riku's story quest or side story, and just all of her little dialogue and everything and other side quests. I love Manana, alright? She's an adorable Napon, and she's probably the best Napon in the series, right next to Torna. Alright, so yeah, I love Manana. She's great, and Mio's getting a new, all the characters are getting new swimsuits, and Mio is taking Manana's colors, so it just makes her even goatier. Alright, oh my god. Number 8, we have Sena, alright? I love Sena. She's great. she's like what, my third favorite character in Xenoblade 3 maybe. And yeah, I love Sena. She possibly is related to Brigid, who some of you know, like I really like Brigid a lot. She's my favorite. Brigid is my favorite blade from Xenoblade 2, so I like Brigid a lot, and obviously she's gonna be on this list if you couldn't tell by now. But yeah, not only that, but Sena, she doesn't really get a whole lot of attention from the fan base or the party. She's just kinda there, which is really sad because she's a great character. Alright, and even though her side story was like 80% Gondor and Shania, Sena still shows that she has a character of her own, and she's not just there to be another slot in the party. Sena has her own troubles and her own you know, like stresses she has to deal with. When she was younger, when she was in, you know, training for the war with Mio, before she met Mio, she was always picked on. She was always the outlier. Everyone always made fun of her for using the hammer and everything, and she just felt out of place and felt like she didn't belong. And then she talked to Mio one day, and then, you know, Mio is there to support her and bring her up and show her that, you know, she shouldn't let the opinions of others define who she is. And Mia was there to just be a great person for her. You know, she sees me as an older sister because she kind of acted like that towards her, and it just makes Mia even better. But yeah, I love Sena. She's a great character. Okay, this one may come out of nowhere, but yeah, I like Lyn a lot. She's my favorite character from Xenoblade X, which, I mean, that's weird because no one's favorite character is Lyn from anything. But yeah, Lyn's great, alright? So I'm gonna give you a little bit of Xenoblade X and Lyn lore here. Before, you know, everyone had to depart from Earth, Lyn and her family, I think they're working on the scale flight module. So we all know, spoilers by the way, for those of you who haven't played X yet. Spoilers, right, I'm about to tell you. But you know, Elma came to Earth with the technology of scales. Maybe, I don't remember why. I think she was to warn them about the whole attack of the ghosts. I don't remember the exact details, but I don't think it really matters. But Elma brought the technology of scales to Earth, you know, to help build the scales and the arc ships to escape Earth. And then Lyn's parents were working on the scale flight module, you know, for the scales, and they gave up their spot on the white whale to give it to Lyn. So her parents were going to get on the white whale so they could leave Earth, but they decided to give it up for Lyn so Lyn could escape and survive. So yeah, her parents died back on Earth when Earth was destroyed, and on NLA, Lyn wanted to finish the work that her parents had started. So she continued the work on the scale flight module and actually completed it, which was like her life goal, was to complete the scale flight module and have, you know, make it successful, you know, finish her parents' dream. And that's all she wanted, and she felt so just like elated and fulfilled once she finally completed it, because, you know, she was continuing her parents' legacy. And this is a lot because she's like 13, all right? That's a lot of like stress and burden to put on a 13-year-old, okay? Knowing your parents sacrifice themselves to save you, and then you continuing their legacy and finishing the work they started, which was not easy at all, by the way. All that is a lot for a 13-year-old to handle, and then she's still like a happy, very upbeat person despite all that. So like, Lynn deserves a lot of sympathy, alright? She's a great character. As much as, you know, X is weird because more emphasis was placed on the exploration than like anything else. So the story and characters aren't as fleshed out as they could be because that wasn't the main focus. So, you know, people might have a lot to say about X characters, about, oh, they're not great characters, you know, because they're not fleshed out or whatever, but I think the characters in X are great, all of them, except minus a couple. But I generally love the overall cast of Xenoblade X, especially Tatsu. Yes, I like Tatsu, okay? I don't understand why people hate on him so much. I guess he's annoying, but not really. He's really not that bad. I like Tatsu a lot. I mean, his relationship with Lynn is just nice to see, alright? I like Lynn a lot, and yeah, I think she's massively underrated and slept on. Number 6, yeah, y'all already knew this was coming, is Brigid. Alright, Brigid, I don't see, the funny thing is, I don't even know why I like Brigid so much, I just do, okay? Yeah, I don't know why I like Brigid so much. I think it's because of her design. I really do like her design with like the dress is really nice, and then she's got the 2 whip swords, the fiery hair. I think it's the blue. Blue is a nice color, especially on Brigid. All right. She was really cool in the story, and her relationship with Morag was nice to see. Like, I popped off a couple of times. Just how cool Brigid is. Like, she's a cool blade, and you know, she takes her job very seriously, much like Morag. And then I played Torna, and that just made me love her even more, which is like, you know, that's kind of a staple. Like, I like a character in Xenoblade 2, and then once I play Torna, I just love him so much more. It's great. But yeah, I'm trying to think of why, like, actual reasons as to why I like Brigid, but I just can't really come up with any. I mean, I typically like to root for the underdog in most situations, so I think that's why. So I think it's just my inherent, like, desire to root for the underdog. So that could be why I like Brigid, because no one talks about Brigid, alright? No one really talks about Brigid. But yeah, I love Brigid, so I don't really know why, but hey, I like her. Alright, we're getting to the top 5, and the top 5 are like my guaranteed, these are my top 5 favorite characters. Like 10 through 6, yeah, they're my favorite, but I kind of like just threw them in there because I couldn't. At least the placements, like, I still love those characters, but the placements, I was just like, just threw them in there because I don't know. It's hard, okay? This shit is hard. But at number 5, we have the homie Taion. Alright, oh my god. Taion is so fucking nutty. Alright, every time I talk about Taion, I just get super hyped, start cheesing, and just really energetic. I don't know why I get this hype about Taion, but like, way back when Xenoblade 3 was first announced, you know, I had this little on-running joke about Taion, about how, you know, he's everything. He is the Zohar, he is Perfect Works, he is Xeno itself. Like, I just had this on-running joke about Taion and how he's like this all-encompassing being. And like, over time, I just actually genuinely started to like Taion. Alright, he's just so nutty, he's so goated. And then, you know, as I played through the story, and then, you know, Taion just became even more goated, and it was like, oh my god. And I can relate to Taion a lot. He's kind of like me in a way, or he's a lot like me in a way. you know, he's great. All right, he's like the very critical, you know, like, well, actually type of person. And you know, I'm like that too, but like in a more ironic way. But yeah, Taion and I are very alike in in appearance, in personality. It's just great. Taion is the homie, alright? Taion is so cool, and he always gets like the most nuttiest drip. Taion's drip is unmatched. No one even comes close to dripping as clean as Taion does, alright? His swimsuits, his alternate color for his fit, just his fit in general. Taion is just the greatest. Alright, Taion is my favorite male character. Okay, that's cap. My second favorite male character in all of Xeno. And I mean, y'all know who my number one favorite character is by now. Alright. But yeah, Taion is, oh my god, Taion's the GOAT. Alright, Taion is just so fucking nutty. Number 4 is Mythra with an F. Alright, Mythra is great. Alright, I mean, everyone loves Mythra, so this isn't really surprising. This is just kind of a generic pick. But like, I've always liked Mythra, but recently, within like the past 2-3 months, like the past month or two, like 2 months, for whatever reason, like I just started liking Mythra a hell of a lot more. It's like my love for Mythra just like skyrocketed out of nowhere one day, and now like I really like Mythra. You know, she was cool. I liked her before, you know, kind of neutral, and then for whatever reason I just pew, she shot up, and like I love Mythra. She's the greatest, just everywhere. I even have like an alternate I have an alt Twitter account dedicated to just Mythra. Alright, I don't know why I like her so much all of a sudden now, but Mythra's great. And then same with Brigid. You know, I liked her in Xenoblade 2, and then when I played Torna, I just loved her so much more. And like in Torna, it's great, bro. It has like 3 of my favorite characters in there. I'm not spoiling the other one, which y'all already probably know who it is by now. But yeah, bro, Torna is such a good ass game. Torna is such a great game, and it gave like a little backstory on Mythra and like why she is the way she is, where Pyra came from, and everything. Mythra is just great. All right, yes, it's very cliche to like Mythra, but there's a reason why everyone likes Mythra, because she's such a great character. All right, but yeah. Next, we're getting into the top 3, and this shouldn't be no surprise. But these are like guaranteed number 1, 2, and 3 favorite characters in the entire Xenoblade series, and probably the entire Xeno series as a whole. So let's get into it. Number 3 is Nia. Alright, I'm sure most of you saw this coming. I love Nia. Alright, Nia's great. Her whole backstory, her design, the Welsh accent, alright, just everything about Nia is incredible. See, it's funny because like in real life, I don't like snarky, smart ass girls. That shit pisses me off. But for whatever reason, I just love it for Nia. It's great. I don't know why, but like Nia's such a great character, and then she became Queen of Agnes, which made her even better. Like Nia used to be like what number 1 favorite character in the whole series, and then you know these other my number 1 and 2 characters came around, and that kind of pushed her down a little bit. But that does not mean I don't like Nia. I still love Nia to death. All right, she's still my second favorite character in Xenoblade 2. But Nia is incredible, alright? I don't know a single person. Okay, well, I know one person who doesn't like Nia, and you know I'm not gonna say their name because I don't want anyone to harass them. But yeah, Nia's always been a great character, and she just got even better in Xenoblade 3. I love her new Xenoblade 3 design. It's so good. It's a mix between her diaper and blade form. It is just so. I love Nia. I really do like Nia a lot. But I love these other two characters a lot more. Oh, at number 2, we got Mio! Alright, this was no surprise to anybody. Y'all know how much I love Mio. I'm always constantly in like every video, I'm always saying how much I love Mio, how much she's such a great character, how Mio's the best, Mio this, Mio that. All over Twitter, my whole Twitter like presence is that I love Mio so much, alright? In my name, my PFP, everything. Like, I breathe, live, and sleep Mio, alright? Mio, God, Mio is such a great character. She's kind of the opposite of Nia in terms of personality. You know, Nia's all like snarky and sarcastic and a smartass. Mio is like a sweet, kind, nurturing, you know, gourmand flesh eater. So Mio is more in line of what I like, and it's I don't know, Mio's great. All right, ever since the Xenoblade 3 was announced, I was like, yeah, I like her a lot. She was instantly my favorite character because she was so similar to Nia. Y'all just heard how much I love Nia. So like, Mio being a gourmand flesh eater helped out a lot because I already loved Nia, and Mio is very similar to Nia. It was like, okay, yeah. And then the game came out, and then Mio turned out to be more important than thought, and she's like the greatest character in the entire game, and no one can tell me otherwise because you're objectively wrong. Mio is the greatest, alright? Mio is my second favorite character in the whole series, and Mio is just the greatest, alright? She's the best female character. She's the best everything, alright? So as much as I love Mio, it's kind of funny and ironic how she's not number 1, and you'd think, how is she not number 1? You know, if I'm going on all these rants and shit about how much I love Mio and how great Mio is of a character. But there's one character that is above all the rest, not even Mio can compete with. Alright, this is truly the number 1 best character in all of Xeno, and it will forever be that way. It's a little, you know, it's like, oh, of course this is your favorite, but you know, this character is just by far the greatest, and no one else can compete. So let's get on to number 1. And number one most favorite character in all of Xeno is the Paragon of Torna himself, Jin. Alright, don't even get me started. I can make a whole video on why I like Jin so much, and I'm going to eventually. But for now, I'm gonna try to keep it short and sweet. Alright, Jin, at first when I played Xenoblade 2, I hated Jin. I couldn't stand him. I hated him and Malos because, oh no, they're the villains, they're bad, so I don't like them. But I'm glad I got over and got out of that mindset, because, you know, by the time I beat Xenoblade 2, you know, I started learning more about Xenoblade and everything, and everyone's backstories and just characters. And you know, Jin, I started to warm up to Jin a little bit. Kind of felt bad for him, alright? And then, again, for the third time, I played Torna, and I was like, shit. Jin is like massively better than I thought. Like, Jin, in my opinion, Jin has the strongest backstory of any character in the whole series. And backstory is like a very big contributing factor into how much I like a character. I think backstory is the number one thing to determine how much I like a character, and I think Jin has the most like strongest backstory, so that's a big reason why I like him so much. Like, he's gone through so much bullshit, and he's just had to tough it out through everything, and he was just miserable his whole life ever since, you know, Laura died. And just everything from then on was just it was just absolute hell. It was a nightmare. And like I felt really bad for Jin, all right, for everything that happened to him. And just Jin is such, God, I can go on an entire rant for hours on how great of a character Jin is, but I'm not gonna do that here. Just know that Jin is an incredible character. He's my #1 favorite character, obviously. I mean, hell, my fucking YouTube name is Paragon of Torna. Like, if that didn't give it away, I don't know what did. But Jin, God, Jin is such an amazing character that people overlook. Like, yes, a lot of people understand like Jin's character arc and why he's such a good character. But I feel like most people are like, oh, everyone likes Jin. Of course you do. That's like the generic choice to have is, oh, my favorite character is Jin. But if you like really take the time to learn about his backstory and why he is the way he is, and why he had a change of heart and joined Malos, which a lot of people still don't understand. And I want to make a video about like the change of heart Jin had and why he decided to side with Malos. But Jin, if you just sit down, take the time and learn about him, you understand he's a lot better of a character than you think. And literally at this moment, as I'm recording this video, I just got a notification for a new Xenoblade 3 trailer. So I'm gonna go watch that after recording this. But yeah, Jin's the greatest, alright? There's so much I could say about Jin. And Jin gets so much shit just for being an incredible character. And I will always be here to defend Jin no matter what. Alright? I love these characters. I love all these Xenoblade characters, but these 10 are like my top 10 favorite. So, as a quick recap, 10 is Melia, 9 is Manana, 8 Sena, 7 Lyn, 6 Brigid, 5 the fucking homie Taion, 4 Mythra with an F, Nia at number 3, 2 we got Mio. Oh, I love Mio. And number 1 we have the best character in the series, the Paragon of Torna, Jin. Oh, okay. Oh my god, this whole video I was just like cheesing ear to ear. I'm smiling so hard, I'm squinting, I can't even see. God, I had such a fun time making this video. And I miss making videos like this because, you know, I get so hyped, they're so fun to make and talk about, and I just get so genuinely pumped about it. And I love seeing other people enjoying like my reactions and how I get all hype and everything. I love seeing that. It's like, I'm not the only one acting like an idiot out here, okay? I got y'all doing it with me. But yeah, this video was so fun to make. I love these characters. Jin and Mio, all-time favorite characters, and nothing will ever change that. We can get like 40 more Xenoblade games, and I don't think anyone will ever top Jin and Mio. Okay? I don't think it's possible. Alright. Not even like a Xenoblade X sequel character. So, but hey, you know, hey, this is my list. It was kind of, you know, these are a lot of like unpopular picks for people, especially like Brigid, Lyn, Manana. Like when you ask people who their top 10 favorite are, I don't think you'll ever see anyone with Manana, Brigid, or Lyn up in there. Sena is kind of a stretch too, but you'll never see characters like that in anyone's list. You can ask anyone. I guarantee you no one's gonna say Lyn, Manana, or Brigid. Alright? I know Mythra is gonna be up in there, Melia, maybe Mio and Jin, but like, you know, these characters are my top 10 favorites. And God, they're so incredible. And then once I finish Xenosaga, I kind of want to do like a top 10 or whatever for Xenosaga. And then eventually for Xenogears, whenever I get around to playing that, whenever that is. And then I'm gonna do a whole encompassing like top 10 favorite Xeno characters from all 3 series, Gears, Saga, and Blade. But yeah, that's really about it for this video. I hope y'all enjoyed because I know damn well I did making it. But yeah, that's really about it. So as always, Thanks for watching.
Have a damn good day. Stay safe, be well, and play some goddamn Xenoblade.